Hey guys, there is a new digital SAT coming, and here are the key points you got to know about it. It's going to be on the computer. The questions are adaptive, so they're going to respond to whether or not you've gotten previous questions right or wrong. So if you're getting more questions right, the questions should get harder, and vice versa. Test is shorter, it's down to 2 hours instead of 3+. Having taken it, it's easier than the current SAT. The grammar questions are easier. We're overhauling our grammar flashcards into something more basic because there's a lot of stuff you learn for the current SAT and ACT that is extraneous for this new digital SAT. The reading passages have been shrunk down to one paragraph each, about which you answer one question. It's a little jarring because the paragraphs are boring and you have to get into each one. We have a really good technique for how to sink your teeth into those, which we're going to share with our students, of course. There's vocabulary on it. So 1 out of 6 questions on the writing, language, and reading section is vocabulary. That said, I would say the level of vocabulary is a level or two easier than what I had to memorize back in 2001, centuries ago. I would say the math seemed a little bit easier too. Those are the key changes. Now, this test is going to be what the PSAT next fall is, and starting spring of 2024, what the SAT itself is going to be. I wonder, since it does seem easier, how colleges are going to see it. That remains to be seen. In terms of making an SAT versus ACT choice, at this point in time, the SAT looks like the easier test and more comfortable. Do I prefer the reading passages on the ACT and reading and the ACT grammar by 1,000%? But at the end of the day, we're not taking these tests to be entertained. It's very utilitarian. We're taking them to get into school, using the least amount of time, energy, money, if you're paying for tutoring or prep classes, as possible. And so that we have more time to enrich our lives in these other parts of our lives that seem obviously more enriching than an SAT or ACT. So those are my quick hits on the new digital SAT. If you need help or want some guidance about how to study it, or you want to work with us one-on-one, of course, reach out to us and let us know. It's what we're here for.